your patience and understanding with my inability to make introduction videos.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
What's up? Editing Megan here to say that I did not intro this vlog. So, this is the Hee-Uh readathon vlog. Basically, everyone who was roasted by Heather from Hee-Uh Booktubes decided to get together and make vlogs, reading videos, reviews of books that Heather has read. I decided that I wanted to read a DNF 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star that she rated and then compare them to what I thought of them. So that's what I did. That's what you're gonna see. And I hope you enjoy this vlog. Check in. I'm about to start Heart of Blood and Ashes. Heart of Blood and Ashes? The one by Millavane. And I'm reading it with Steph from Novelty Corner so that I might actually finish it. But seeing as I tried reading it when it first came out, and I DNF'd it within the first 5 minutes, like, I guess we'll just see. I will persevere. I will. I hope. Ugh. But this is book 1 for the Heather read-along, so I guess we'll see what happens. Quick check-in. I'm like halfway through A Heart of Blood and Ashes. Yeah, I totally get Matic being like, let me just stab things till I win the war, because there's just so much politicking and strategy, and like, I've never won a chess game in my life, so I'm literally just like... And at first it was like really exciting and like, ooh, like things and tension. And now I'm just like, this is so boring. I don't care anymore. So yeah, I think I might have been right DNFing it the first time. I don't know. The only reason I'm keeping reading this is because I'm reading it with Steph from Novelty Corner, or else I would definitely probably just be like, well, I tried. I'm out. I'm gonna go eat food now. Hey, quick update. I'm like 80-ish% through A Heart of Blood and Ashes, maybe like 85, and the word, I have never heard or read or seen, I've never experienced a book that uses the word cunt so much. But also, that's what Matic is through like this entire book so far. Checking in. I have finished A Heart of Blood and Ashes, and I give it a solid 3.5. It was okay. It was okay. The writing was great. Like, big ups to the author. The writing, wonderful. But the pace was so slow. And like, I was trudging through it to the point where like when the stuff that was exciting finally happened toward the end, I was literally like, can we just finish this please? Because I'm over it, honestly. And that's a bummer. It was okay. It was well written. It was not, I don't like the pacing at all. It could have been shorter, definitely. Yeah, 3.5. So with that, I am now starting book 2, which is of course a Jessica Gadziala book because Heather loves Jessica Gadziala. Bless you. That was my puppy. So I'm starting The Woman in the Trunk, and hopefully that goes better than this last book. At least it'll be shorter. If nothing else, I think it's only like 275 pages. So at least it'll be a shorter read. All right, so I will check in with y'all later. Hi again from my car. I got pumpkin loaf and a iced apple crisp macchiato. I've never tasted it before, but they had like a get a grande drink and a pastry for like $5 at Starbucks. So that's what I did, and I figured, I was like, I'll try something new. So let me just stir this around. Oh god, stir, stir, stir. Stir, stir. Oh, is that caramel? Is that why it's not stirring well? Okay. It's okay. I think I prefer cold brews. There's just also so much syrup on the bottom that's not mixing in. It does taste like a candy apple and a coffee. Take that as you will. But yeah, okay, so what am I doing? Oh, I'm almost done with The Woman in the Trunk, and I'm actually really liking it. Trigger warnings for kidnapping, rape, not like full detail, but like there, murder. I think that's it. But yeah, so be aware of all those things. So far, not bad. Better, it's faster moving than the last book, which is nice. So I'm going to get back to driving because I'm in the parking lot. Hi. And I will talk to y'all. Oh yeah, I also just worked out. Wow. All right. Check in with y'all later. Hey everyone. Doing a check-in. I finished The Woman in the Trunk. There we go. I finished The Woman in the Trunk by Jessica Gadziala, and I actually really liked it. I think I'd give it a 4-star. I want to read more books in this like mafia world. So it was about like this girl or this woman who gets like kidnapped and thrown into a trunk by the underboss of this mafia family, and it was great. I had a lot of fun with it. I laughed through parts of it. I get not cried. I don't know. It was fast paced. It was well paced. I liked the ending. I'm terrible at describing books, but yeah, I recommend picking that one up. I liked that one. So 4 stars. Solid 4-star book. With that, I'm going to pick up Like Lovers Do by Tracy Livesey. And yeah, Heather gave that one a 3, so I guess we'll see how I feel about it. Hey, checking in. Okay, I finished Like Lovers Do, and basically what I had to do, because I was so bored and irritated with it that I had to get the audiobook and then put the audiobook on 3 times speed and just like power through it. With that being said, at the end, like the story, I'd give it maybe like a 3 or a 3.25. So it was about like this doctor and her landlord and a fake relationship, and like these are things that I like, but the way it was done, and there was just this really annoying ex, which is why they did the fake relationship thing, and it was too much. I was just like, oh my god, we get it, okay. And I just hate annoying exes in stories. Like I feel like they don't do anything for the story. and then it kind of like dragged in places, and the pacing was just kind of everywhere. So yeah, so far I'm 2 for 3 with Heather's ratings. Heather rated The Woman in the Trunk a 4, and I also agree that was a 4. And then this book she gave a 3, and I agree, yeah, it's a 3. So I guess I'm on to the 2-star book. It's all downhill from here, I guess, because it's a 2-star book, a 1-star book, and a DNF, and oh goodness, what did I get myself into? Why did I say I was gonna do this? Also, though, her 5-star book was a 3.5 for me, so maybe one of those will be good. I don't know. So I'm gonna go and read Stolen Bride by Casey Mint, because after all of these actual book-sized books, I need a break from a book-sized book. So I'm gonna do a novella instead. So I will check in with y'all probably when I'm done with it, unless something weird happens. All right. Okay, so I bought this. It says it's a prickly pear probiotic drink, and you know I had to get it and figure out if it tastes good, so we're gonna see if this tastes good. I mean, it should. It was the last one in the store, so okay. It smells like juice. That's a good sign. Oh, and it tastes like juice. Oh, that's quite nice. Ooh. Let's see. This is made by fermenting pineapple. I do taste the pineapple. So it has prebiotics and probiotics. It's good. Oh man, let me see. Can we get... Yeah, so if you find this in your local grocery store, it's good. I like it. Although I will say, the front end is prickly pear. The back end is like 100% pineapple. So if you don't like pineapple or you're allergic to pineapple, maybe skip on this. But yeah. All right. Back to doing what we were doing. Heyo. All right. 11% into His Sweetest Sin, and I'm DNFing it. I don't like it. It makes me feel icky, and I don't want to feel icky, and it's only going to be worse. So no, we're done. I'm not putting myself through that if I don't have to, which is fine, because like Heather gave it 1 star anyway, so apparently it wasn't great. I'm just gonna go with that, and I'm good. I don't want to make myself read something that I don't like. Yeah, so it's about a priest, and he likes this like really sheltered like 18-19-year-old, and it's just like no, I don't like it. Okay, so I have like glare on my glasses. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to read is the book that Heather DNF'd, which is A Lady at Rook's Grave Manor. I think that's what it's called. And yeah, a lot of people said good things about it, so I'm hoping that it'll at least be enjoyable for me, because I don't know. But yeah, so I will check in with y'all on that one. Checking in, I'm like halfway through Lady of Rook's Grove Manor, and I'm actually really liking it. It is like almost exclusively like monster porn, but like I like the relationship building between all of the characters, so yeah, it's just a lady and her monsters, and I'm really digging it. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading now, but I just wanted to let y'all know. Hi, checking in from the spot that I basically haven't left at all. This is my chair. I like my chair. Where was I? Oh, so I am about a little over halfway through Lady of Rook's Grave Manor, and I'm like, it is like popcorn. Like, I just can't stop consuming the book. And I'm actually reading this like with my eyeballs, which I very rarely do, which means I've done nothing productive. I'm just kind of having a ball reading this. It is very fire, spicy, smutty. It's almost like veering toward erotica, but I'm really liking kind of like the character interactions. So yeah, that's what I got, and I'm going to try to finish this book. Checking in. I have finished my final book. This is as good as we're getting. I finished the final book for the Hee-Uh readathon thing that we're doing, which was A Lady of Rooksgrave Manor. And yeah, Heather DNFing this book twice is a crime, because this book was so just bingeable. Like, I could not put this book down. There's not a huge amount of plot, and it was kind of weird because probably like 75% of the way through, it went from just like people being people, having interactions, lots of spicy scenes, to having like an actual plot and a villain. And it was just very strange. That was weird. I will say that part was weird. But Heather didn't get that far anyway on either read through, because she DNF'd it twice. So like, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. But this was probably my favorite book that I read so far this week out of all of the books I read from Heather's stuff. So her DNF was like the most enjoyable book I read, and her 5-star was like smack dab in the middle. I'm gonna think on it, and then I'll give y'all like kind of my full comparison of scores between me and Heather for the books. And I'm gonna tell you right now that, in case you couldn't tell, our ratings for these books just don't match. So I will check in with y'all when I'm not like in my car and wrap this thing up. But yeah, Heather, A Lady of Rooksgrave Manor is really good, and you're just wrong. Okay, so let's wrap this up. I read Heather's a DNF'd book, a 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star book. So let's break this down. Okay, so I want to see how our ratings match up. So we will go from 5-star to DNF. So Heather gave A Heart of Blood and Ash by Milla Vane 5 stars. She gave The Woman in the Trunk by Jessica Gaziala 4 stars. She gave Like Lovers Do by Tracy Losey 3 stars. She gave Stolen Bride by Cassie Mint 2 stars. His Sweetest Sin by Mink 1 star. And DNF'd A Lady of Rooksgrave Manor by Katherine Moon. So here's how those rank up with me. In the bottom spot for me, we have His Sweetest Sin by Mink. I got 11% into that book and was like, oh, F this book, I'm out. So I DNF'd that book. That is my DNF. And then after that is Stolen Bride by Cassie Mint. I don't know if I ever did a check-in for this one, because this was just a sporadic. Yeah, let me just read this real quick because it's a novella. I think I might have introed it. Basically, it's like a bodyguard novella, and I genuinely can't remember anything about it. I think, so this is book 2. Book 1, this girl switched places with her twins. So I think book 1 was the twins' love story, and this is book 2, which is like the bodyguard of the girl who switched places, running away with her. that's the love story. It was such a generic book. I literally got it mixed up with King Size because I read that like a couple of days beforehand by Jessica Kane. So yeah, no, 2 stars is right. I will agree with her on that one. That was a 2-star book. So we have Sweetest Sin, and then Stolen Bride, and then Like Lovers Do. I will also agree, Like Lovers Do was a 3-star book. It was okay. It was okay. I had to get it on audio from my library and bump it up to like 3 times speed because I just found it kind of boring. And it had a lot of stuff that I didn't like. Like it had friends and fake dating, which I really, really like. But then it had an ex that was just there for far too long. And I hate that. That was the worst. And the heroine was just not that great a person, I think. It was just, I don't know. I didn't like it. It was okay. It was okay. Like, I didn't hate it. It was okay. And then after that was A Heart of Blood and Ash. That was a 3.5 that I had previously tried to read and DNF'd within the first, like, 5% of the book. And if it wasn't for Steph from Novelty Corner, bless you, Steph, you are a wonderful human being, I would have DNF'd this book again because this book was a slog. Beginning of it, I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. Setting up a fantasy world, politics, loving this. And then it was like, oh, we're just talking and walking and talking and walking. And this might just be like a me failing. Like maybe I'm just not a smart person, but there was so much talk about like war strategy and politics and how doing this action could lead to this thing because of this person. And my brain was like, I don't even win chess against the AI on easy. Like, this is too much for me. No, what? So I was literally just like, this is so boring. Is anything gonna happen? And it basically got to the point where everyone was like, it's all downhill from here, and it's like fast, fast, fast at the end because there's like a battle. And I couldn't even enjoy the battle because I was just so bored. I was like, just let me get through this book. Oh my god. So, 3.5 stars. Next book, The Woman in the Trunk by Jessica Gaziala. I also gave 4 stars to. It was solid. It was a solid 4-star book. It made me want to continue in the series. There are some people in that series that I really want to see relationships for, so I hope that they have them. If they don't, I'm gonna be real heckin' upset. But yeah, so I agreed on that one. And then my top book, Heather's DNF, was A Lady of Rook's Grave Manor by Katherine Moon, coming in at 4.5 stars. It was so much fun to read. Was it a particularly great book? No. Did it give me like popcorn, eating, chillin', binging Netflix, love this, drama, messy, relationship, all the stuff vibes? Yes. And it was gothic. Like, such a gothic setting. It had monsters, it had like gothic England-ness. Yes. I was just like, this puts me in the autumn Halloweeny mood that I am craving right now. It was great. I loved it so much. So yeah, I'm sure everyone else has already read A Lady of Rook's Grave Manor, but if you haven't, you should. Don't listen to Heather, she's wrong. Read that book. We had very similar on some and then very opposite on others. Her DNF was my 5-star, and we both were like, this Jessica Gaziala book, actually good. And Like Lovers Do, it was okay. But yeah, no, her favorite book, I definitely almost DNF'd it. And I would have DNF'd it if it wasn't for the fact that I was buddy reading it. So, sorry. What have we learned? Nothing. We've learned nothing. We have learned that reading is absolutely subjective. And I will say that I've been talking for 10 minutes. Jesus Christ, I am so sorry, me. But I will say that one thing I do go to Heather for constantly is like PNR books. She and I seem to hit pretty similarly on the paranormal stuff for the most part. So anytime I'm like, I want a paranormal series, I will typically ask Heather to recommend me one, because those were pretty even on most of the time. But everything else is just like a mixed bag. One thing I will say is that I'm an audio person. I cannot easily read for long periods of time. One, because if I start reading, I need to finish it there in that sitting, which means I get absolutely nothing done because I am like slow AF reader. And then two, if I'm not liking it, it's really hard for me to like stay engaged, and I'll just put it down and never pick it back up again. So I wish that Heather read more books that I could find in audiobook form. I think that's our main difference, is the stuff that I read, I tend to make sure that it has audio for, and she doesn't really think of that because Heather's not an audio person. So that's honestly the biggest difference between us, is that most of my stuff is either hella short, or has audio, or has pictures. Meanwhile, Heather is just like, I don't care if it's on KU, I'm good. And yeah, that's not me. So I think that's it. That's all we learned. Like 10 minutes into this wrap up. I didn't know this wrap up was going to be this long. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Here's the ranking graphic for how we ranked these books. Similar, but not at all. And yeah, so I hope y'all had fun with this. I hope you watch everyone else's reading vlogs for this. Trash pandas for life. And I will see y'all later. Bye. Hi again. Oh no. That's better. Okay, what did I read? What did I read? What did I read? Shit. Okay. Have fun editing this one together. Megan.